Hello and welcome to the third film in our Pitched Roofs series. In it, we introduce the various different types or shapes of pitched roofs. A roof that consists of just one sloping surface is called a single or monopitch roof. If the top of the roof abuts an adjacent wall, it may also be referred to as a lean-to roof. A single pitch roof serves to divert water from the top edge of the roof, known as the ridge, down to the lower edge, which we call the eaves. A series of single-pitch roofs placed one after another is called a sawtooth or northlight roof. This type of roof is built to allow natural light into the space beneath it and can be seen in industrial hangars and museums, for example. The vertical or steeper face is glazed. The flatter face is clad in an opaque material. When the ridge of a pitched roof runs along the center line of the building with one roof section sloping down on either side, it becomes a gable roof. The long side of the building is called the eaves side. The shorter side running at right angles to it is the gable end or gable wall. The sloping section of a pitched roof at the intersection with the gable end wall is known as the verge. In asymmetrical gable roofs, the ridge is positioned eccentrically rather than non-parallel to the building edge, or the eaves are of different heights. A roof with a sloping section on all four sides of the building is known as a hipped roof. The eaves are generally the same height all the way round, and the pitch of the roof is identical on all four sides. The roof sections extending from the gable ends are referred to as the hip ends. The line at which the roof sections intersect is called the hip. Hipped roofs are typically used on detached buildings, while gable roofs are often used on terraces. Imagine if we were to reduce the length of the long side of a building with a hipped roof until its footprint were square, that is to say, until the eaves sides and the gable ends were of the same length. The ridge would shrink to a point and the roof would be pyramid-shaped. This is what is called a pavilion or polygonal roof. It is commonly found on tower-shaped structures such as church bell towers. Now let us return to our gable roof. Where only part of the gable end above the eaves is replaced by a pitched roof section, we use the term half-hipped roof. This type of roof, though somewhat inelegant, is used when the space under the eaves is to be used, but it is desirable to limit the height of the gable in order to reduce the shadow cast on neighboring buildings, for example. This process can also be reversed. It is possible to sneak a sort of gable into a hipped roof by adding a wall that is set back from the gable end. This type of gabled hipped roof is used primarily for design reasons to accentuate the gable end. The roof shown on the right-hand side here is known as a mansard roof, after French architect François Mansart, who lived from 1598 to 1666. In geometrical terms, it could be described as two gable roofs placed one on top of the other, with the upper slope being shallower than the lower one. If a fixed eaves height is maintained, it creates more usable space under the eaves than a gable roof. Mirroring the transformation from gable roof to hipped roof, it is also possible to design pitched roof sections on all four sides of a mansard roof. This is quite logically known as a hipped mansard roof and was commonly used on the grand detached buildings erected during the Baroque period in Germany. Let us have a quick look back at the terminology used to describe roof shapes. Once again, I would recommend that you make your own copy of the drawing. Taking a screenshot might take less time, but drawing it yourself is the best way to ensure you learn the correct terms. Summary. Pitched roofs come in many different shapes but must always be designed so that water is able to run down from the ridge to the eaves. A roof with only one sloping section is called single pitch roof. A roof with two sloping sections of equal pitch is called a gable roof. A hipped roof has sloping sections on both the eaves sides and the gable ends. Our Pitched Roofs series continues with film number 4, in which we explain how a simple gable roof is constructed.